Terrible Warriors is brought to you by Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Terrible Warriors. Today, on the Terrible Warriors, return to the Edmonton crew as Derek is getting the whole band back together. That's right, no one's getting a flat tire, no one's having to be called into work, no one's off in another province and doing conventions and performing on stage. No, we're all back together in the room. It's the Edmonton crew. And you know when you get the entire Edmonton crew together, there's only one thing you can do. Return to the strange. Cue the theremin. Trapped in a world where all the zombie apocalypses have collided into one, the agents of the estate must team up with an unlikely doctor in order to escape and bring word to Earth of Moriarty's plans. On the plus side, they've got new powers. On the downside, their unlikely companion is a talking triceratops that's probably gonna get them all killed. Tally-ho! So return now to the network of the strange. And our investigators, our strangers, they are your terrible warriors.
And we're back. Hello, terrible listeners. I'm Derek the Bard from the Edmonton crew. And we're back for the third installment in our ongoing The Strange campaign. You actually got to listen to a bit of theremin music when Justin was opening the episode for us.
You can never have too much there.
Yeah, so you're in for another 4 episodes of strange action, adventures, and hijinks as our... and ladles. The ladle shall ever occur. Yeah. Oh yeah, I almost did give you that power and then I didn't. Oh well, you can pick it up later.
Pretty great.
You'll find out eventually. Anyway, let's just jump right into this. When we last left our recursors, they had jumped out of a bad black and white Frankenstein movie and had landed through an inopposite gate in Frankenstein's monster's chest in another world. And you all wake up as you hit the ground. And all you hear is, "Get ready! They're coming! They're coming! Get ready, man! The doors!" And you open up your eyes, and you blink. First, this can't be right. No, you blink again. Oh, you're really coming around. You're lying on a cot, and it looks almost like you're in a makeshift medical area.
Oh boy. Okay.
You're on the 2nd floor of a mall, overlooking the front doors. And the front doors have been heavily barricaded. And there are a whole bunch of people in regular civilian dress in various different outfits with rifles. And they're opening up the doors. And they're letting in what looked like a stream of refugees. It's like 5 or 6 people. And then they start firing. And you don't see what at first. Until the first zombie jumps through the front doors. And a soldier, empties half of a magazine of assault rifle ammo into its head. And then they close the doors. They lock on like 6 different barricades. They wheel a giant cart loaded down with huge pallets of just stuff in front of the door. And then there are like a couple of people with Red Cross armbands run forward and they start checking the survivors. And they're like, "Holy shit, he's been bit!" And the guy's like, no. And a soldier calmly walks up, puts a pistol to the guy's head, blows his brains out. You all wake up. You look at yourselves. You are in the civilian clothes that you... you're in the clothes that you had in the last recursion. You're not black and white anymore, though, so thank God for that.
Oh, cool.
You do, however, and now looking at them in color, they're very obviously not period in terms of weathering or colors. This is obviously like straight from they're costumes straight from Central Casting.
Yeah.
What do you do?
First thing I'm going to do.
Well, how about the first thing we do is introduce ourselves?
First thing I
Oh my God! I forgot to do that.
I didn't want to interrupt your.
This was a real good setup.
We jumped right into the setup. I'm sorry, guys. Introduce yourselves, your characters, and then read off what your what your Earth descriptors are.
Cool. So, my name is Will Mitchell, and I'm playing Dr. Ignaz Fritz. He's a strange paradox who practices medicine, and ultimately would rather be reading. As he comes to being a doctor, and noticing that he's in some sort of hospital bed, he's going to see if there's a chart around, and sort of fidget around on his bed looking for that.
Okay, and while you're doing that...
My name is Wes Gunn. Today I'll be playing Caster Cage, a lucky spinner who entertains, radio DJ, wicka-wow. And I'm going to immediately do what I call the man check. Arms check, legs check, other leg check.
Very important after how you ended up in Rook.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do have all that, plus you're wearing lederhosen, so, I leave it up to... And you've got an accordion in a bag strapped to you, because, of course, you were entertaining people with Oompa music in the movie, in the German movie.
I love it.
I am Shane Fitzgerald, playing Detective Richter McCree. He is a top vector who is licensed to carry, and he's covered wars, you put us in this position. I had to do it once. Richter is just going to start checking all of his equipment. If he's got guns on him, he's going to do...
Yeah, you still have that ludicrously, large bore, single action Colt pistol.
Oh, wonderful.
Where it's like a breech loading, basically, where you got to break it open to reload the cartridges.
Just remembering that one episode of Justice League where Wonder Woman was in the Wild West and she's getting shot at, and she's just like, those are the biggest, slowest bullets I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm Cameron Dunn, playing Trent Williams, a poker-faced spinner who negotiates matters of life and death.
And he's wearing a Dipper Pines cap.
He is rocking a Damnit Pines cap.
Maybe I'll drop you guys to Gravity Falls. Oops, already did that.
Yeah, already did that. Just ask Mutork.
Hey man, there is that giant gate into the strange there, formed by that gnome who became far too gnomely for this world.
Oh boy.
Hey, true believers, go back and listen to The Secrets of Cats at Gravity Falls.
Excelsior!
Excelsior! So anyway,
I missed you guys. I really did.
we missed you too, man.
Yeah, this is my first game after my trip to Ontario, which went very well.
Where you were in Norlandia.
Yes, I was.
Go listen to Shane in Norlandia, true believers, and go listen to me in the second Masks game, which you probably haven't listened to yet because it isn't out till next week. True believers. Shut up. I missed you guys. But anyway. Will you start checking around for charts and the like?
Yeah, some sort of information. What were they treating me for?
They're very hastily scrawled charts. It looks like you were just knocked out. They're making sure you don't have a concussion.
Found unconscious, not bitten, check.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
It looks like
probably all do bite checks.
Yeah.
it looks like none of you have been bitten.
Because they would have killed us already.
Yeah.
You have all been... it looks like you were all labeled as just having been found knocked out, so they stuck you in bed. Then I need everybody to give me a D20 roll.
Excellent. I shall
Only
start.
got the one, so.
Yeah, but it's a strange D20.
It is, and I rolled bullshit. Straight bullshit.
Ooh.
That's a 5.
That's a 20. Guarantee you Wes is probably going to notice this first.
17.
Okay, Cam?
11.
Yeah, Wes, you notice this. Shane, you notice it too. Cam, so do you. You only need to roll a 9, but I'm going to give it to Wes because he rolled the 20.
Okay.
And we'll give him a major advantage for later on. Wes, you notice, though, that everyone is wearing kind of different clothes around here. It's very ragtag. But as you kind of get up out of your bed and move outside, just the curtain of the of this little makeshift infirmary aside, you notice 3 things. First of all, this mall is enormous. Secondly, people here are dressed in a lot of different types of clothing and a lot of different periods of clothing. Probably about the last 50... You recognize one guy, looks like he's wearing 1950s greaser stuff.
Oh, man.
But he's chatting with someone who looks like 80s punk.
Okay.
Many different time periods worth of clothing here.
when I look out to the window, can I see like the horizon? Is it like the last recursion where there was like a definite like edge?
No. There's no
front.
windows that you can see other than like skylights above you right here.
Okay.
You're in the middle of you're not in the middle. You're at one of the entrances to a mall.
Okay.
Though if you look off into the distance of the mall, is that an ice rink? What kind of fucking mall has an ice rink in it?
I can think of two, and they were both in Edmonton.
Joking.
And the third thing you notice, though, Wes, that man over there is a talking triceratops. He looks like he's a bipedal, human-sized triceratops, wearing a tweed suit, like a brown tweed suit with leather elbow patches. He's smoking a pipe. And he looks like he could have just stepped out of any kind of university as a professor. And he appears to be holding forth on... You can't hear what he's saying to a bunch of people who are only half listening to him and are not giving what you would consider the due attention to a talking triceratops.
So I'm just going to scan around and be like, take note, like, who the fuck puts an ice rink in a mall? That seems like a complete waste of time. And I see the triceratops. I'm immediately turned to Fritz and be like, what the fuck did you inject me with this time?
I didn't do nothing, man.
Why is there a talking triceratops?
Whoa.
Will, there is in fact a talking triceratops over there.
I think it's because there's a talking triceratops.
I just look at Caster. Don't pretend that's the weirdest thing you've seen today.
It's not the weirdest thing that I've seen today. Admittedly, crawling out of Frankenstein's chest to heathens, heretics, get them. I think that's what they were saying.
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
Oh, incidentally, there's a TV over there. It's got a black and white movie on it. Heathens, heretics, demons, get them!
God damn it.
It was heathens, monsters, devils, get them.
I
specifically remember that because I turned that into a Ninja Turtle song.
Oh, right. Yes, you did.
Heathens, monsters, devils, get
Yes,
them.
you did.
You're right for that.
It's like that goes off and be like, yeah, like what that said. Oh, motherfuck.
We were in a movie, and then it spat us out here.
More importantly, Caster will point out, I was in a movie and I didn't get royalties for it. That's bullshit.
But you got this accordion.
Yeah. Hey, look, buddy, I'm more annoying than ever. As I look at Richter and be like,
The hospital, like,
Richter
it seems
just
almost
goes
like a
weapons
field
check,
hospital.
points the Colt at him.
Well,
Good boy.
I imagine we're up and making some noise now. We may start getting some attention.
yeah, a little bit.
Accordion.
It seems like this may not be a full infirmary here. This may be just like one like satellite infirmary.
Yeah.
A nurse.
So,
Well,
right, so-
whoa. You need to stay in bed. I mean, we're still not sure if you have concussions or not.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm good. So Fritz sort of testing himself a little bit.
He's wearing lederhosen.
Yeah, like there's whatever.
And there's a
man.
talking triceratops.
Leather
over there.
pants can be comfortable. Don't judge.
yeah, I'm going to say to this guy, don't act like this is the strangest thing that you've seen today.
Talking triceratops. Okay, I'm pretty sure that you definitely have concussions. Now let's get you back to bed.
I'm just going to bring him over to
I'm
the
actually a
tent where-
doctor, dude.
He's like, here's my medical bag.
Yeah, show.
Uh-huh.
No, but actually, I'm pretty okay. I can check him if you want.
Okay, I'm not going to argue this point.
Does someone want to make a roll to persuade the
Sure do. The guy wearing lederhosen would love to do that.
are you specialized in persuasion?
There's an S beside it.
Yes. So you need to roll a 3 or higher.
Good thing I only rolled a 9.
You know what? I have... Fine. I have better things to do.
Cool.
Better things to do. None of you have been bitten. Gonna go deal with that now.
Awesome.
All right, before he leaves, I'm going to ask him, is there anyone in charge we can talk to? We kind of need to get our bearings here.
Yeah, the colonel's in charge.
All right, where is this colonel?
He's He's in the ops area right now, though I don't think the soldiers will let you in to see him. They don't let just anyone in to see the colonel.
I suppose that makes sense.
All right. In the meantime, is there anyone that we can talk to who we might have more access?
You got a flashlight? I could check these guys' pupils.
Yeah. Wait, don't you have one in the big medical bag?
No, man, I'm out of batteries. Zombie apocalypse, dude.
Don't ask him what he's got in his bag.
She just wanders away. It's like,
So I think we should probably get our shit together, right, guys?
Yeah, we need to find a way out of here. I think we need to talk to. Good idea to try and talk to the person in charge. We need to talk to the giant triceratops.
She didn't seem to care or know, so
So-
maybe only we can see it.
That's probably because some of these people aren't native to this recursion, like us. But they don't know it. Maybe.
Maybe they don't even know, man. Maybe this Oh man, what if this recursion's taking people up? Maybe there's one of those things out here.
Well, I don't know. You're the friggin' weird science guy. You tell me.
Dude, I just woke up and they got the shittiest saline in the world pumping into me.
Okay.
You got saline? That's horseshit.
Okay. Based on what little we know on how these recursions work, we didn't translate in here. We jumped through that gate thing in Frankenstein's belly, and we
Yeah.
ended up here in the clothes we were wearing there. So it almost sounds like this might be some kind of dumping ground for people who jump through random gates.
Well, I mean, zombie mythology does go back a long ways off a lot of cultures, man. So it makes sense that there'd be a big common zeitgeist generating this.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark. I'm trained in knowledge pop culture.
sure, give me a roll.
Why not?
Yeah, we've seen some of the zombies in action down in the Green.
That is a 6. So probably not.
You're specialized, though, right?
I was trained.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, being in a mall in a zombie apocalypse, that's pretty common.
Yeah.
It's really weird that you're in such a big mall.
Yeah. Are the zombies blue or green or just dead guys?
Well, the one zombie you saw looked like a dead guy.
Okay, cool.
But, I mean, you can't really see outside at all.
Yeah, was he super rotten or relatively fresh?
You didn't really see him for that long before
fair
they
enough.
blew his head off.
When he came in, was he a shambler or a zombie?
Well, he kind of...
Or just regular guy?
Yeah, once again, you didn't really get...
He just came in.
Castor didn't get a really good look at him.
Okay.
So, first thing I'm going to do is if I'm in a mall, I look around for what the immediate stores around me. What's around
Yeah,
me?
what are they all looted?
Yeah. A lot of them have been converted into,
Like
barracks and
Yeah.
the like.
Well, here, if anybody asks, we were doing community theater, hence the get-ups, maybe?
Yeah.
And we stayed up in the green room with the snacks as long as we could, and then fucked up when we tried to leave.
Good. Doesn't explain why I'm carrying a fucking accordion.
Right? Let's go talk to the dinosaur dude.
Yeah.
Everybody feeling okay?
I would like to find an American Eagle Outfitters. These Lederhosen are really cramping my jimmies.
Hey, I got some creams in here.
No,
Alright.
you're not rubbing creams on my Easter eggs.
So you walk over to the dinosaur. And
I
here...
can never look at Cadbury's again.
And you kind of get the latter end of his discussion. And that, chaps, is why Jurassic Park is an inferior movie to most other things made. I mean, just look at it, what? Bolly thing doesn't even have proper dinosaurs in it. They still perpetuate the myth of the brontosaur.
Yeah,
Oh.
really should have been Cretaceous Park, man.
And he turns around and he points a finger. Ah, yes, you get it, chap. You get it. You understand.
Pleasure to meet you, man. Dr. Fritz.
Dr. Ceratops, it's wonderful to meet you. And might I say by your garb, sir, that I take you to be a group of recursors, what?
We got a fellow.
Okay,
No,
thank goodness.
These guys don't seem to know.
Oh, most of them are from other recursions, but they don't know it. Don't have the bolly spark, what?
Yeah, cool, man.
He puffs on his pipe a little bit.
How long you been here? You here voluntarily?
Oh, no. Accidentally translated here. Can't seem to get out right now.
Oh, is something stopping you, or is this a gear issue?
Not entirely certain what. If you look at all these chaps here, you'll notice they're all from different periods of time.
Yeah.
It is my theory that they're all from different Z worlds, which have been incorporated into this one.
Okay, by that you mean the Z. Okay, cool, man.
Cosmic Sieve, what?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So, like I said, big old zeitgeist, right, guys? So,
Stare blankly. We all stare blankly.
So effectively,
what have you
my
been
idea
trying
that
to
this
get
is some
at?
kind of effectively my idea that this is some kind of dumping ground for other recursions is
Pretty,
more or less correct.
Pretty accurate.
Yes. My theory is that any Z-world recursion which begins to deteriorate due to substandard belief or other factors gets sucked into this one, and added to its collective mass. Why, there are at least 14 kinds of zombies around this mall at this very moment.
Oh, man. Okay, so is it all...
Some of them are even black and white.
Oh. Is it all just the biting kind, or is there like 28 days later, bird beak, blood in the eye, you go zombie sort of thing?
Couldn't say for transmission vectors, what? Seems to be by the bite here, but that may just be the local rule.
Fair enough.
This may be a long shot, but there happened to be a large one with a black trench coat going, "Stars."
Couldn't say I get the reference, good sir.
Okay, never mind.
That's probably...
Incidentally, we haven't been properly introduced. Dr. Ceratops. He holds out one hand. He has 3 fingers and a thumb.
Nice.
They have like little...
Little circle.
Yeah. He literally is a bipedal triceratops.
I shake it as well as can be expected. Detective Richter McCree, good to meet you.
Detective, you say? So what recursion are you from?
Basically, we're from Earth.
Oh, from Earth! Visited a few times, what? Jolly good sport there. Little dull.
Yeah,
Well,
tell
right
me
now
about
we
it.
sell for a little dull, considering what we've just been through.
Yeah, we were actually ejected. We were en route. We were ejected into a mini recursion involving Frankenstein's monster, and then we escaped here.
Well, I don't think we need to give the good doctor our whole history, but that's basically it.
Oh, really, Rook? Haven't been there in quite some time.
At this point, I just want to go home.
Enjoyed the cuisine, though. Tried the pang.
Oh, it's real good.
Yeah, we had a little issue with the pang, which is how we ended up here, basically. But right now we're
bad pangover.
I just kind of
You walked into that one.
I just kind of pat him on the shoulder, and I'm just like, anyway. We're actually in the middle of a very important case. We're tracking a dangerous criminal who's posing a threat to several, if not all, recursions.
Dear me, dangerous criminal,
So
you
it's
say?
very important that we get home as soon as possible.
He's kind of the reason we're here.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned most of these folks don't have the spark, but the nurse who came to check on us, she mentioned something about a colonel. Folks in charge often got it.
They just happened to mention that they only call him the Colonel. Don't even know if he has a proper name.
He's not from the food court, is he? Sorry, man, I'm hungry.
Don't believe so.
Yeah, now you've got me thinking specifically what kind of colonel he might actually be.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
didn't actually think of that. No, I'm just so... Do I keep the recursion serious? Plus Dr. Ceratops? Or do I make the recursion run by a militant Colonel Sanders?
Up to you.
And have there be zombie chickens outside?
Well, I mean, obviously, somebody
poultry
messed with
guys.
the 11 herbs and spices, and that's how you get
Like
the
poultry guys.
Weaponize the 11 herbs and spices to fight the zombie bastards.
I'm just, as a character, I'm really terrified that there's going to be the zombies from that fucking bad zombie show that's on Space Channel.
Z Nation?
Z Nation. I just can't stand it.
I was about to say, you better not be talking about iZombie, because fuck you, that show is amazing.
No, Z Nation just drives me up the wall, especially the whiny kid.
I only know one thing about Z Nation, and that is the survivors watch zombies have sex.
Wait. Why are we calling it Z
I
Nation,
was going
guys?
to say CanCon, guys. It's Zed Nation.
It's Zed Nation.
That's the way the Queen wants it.
But it's an American show, so they call it Z Nation.
Yeah.
Zed.
But it's an American
I'm sorry, the people who give a fuck are 2 aisles over. Let's continue with this.
Good point.
A part of our heritage, Shane. Don't make me insert a Canadian moment into the show.
I'm
Now
from
we have to.
And
Newfoundland. I
Trump is now a part of
everything.
America's heritage. What's your point?
Oh, burn.
Yeah,
Anyways,
let's move on.
So I tried to
Dr. Ceratops?
Dr. Ceratops. Is there an American Eagle Outfitters that hasn't been looted? I really need to get a different pair of pants.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea to change. And we should probably...
Believe there's a clothing bank down this way. Follow me, chaps. Follow me. Step lively.
Yeah,
And he begins walking, and he's got that kind of professor stroll going on.
Oh, is he power walking?
Yes, he is a power walking
He's
triceratops.
probably also, like, what, at least 750 pounds? Like,
No, he's human sized.
Oh, he's human, but I thought he'd be bulkier.
No, I can actually show you a picture of him from the book. I even marked the page.
Oh, great.
Just
been
To be
assuming
fair, if I had a book with a character named Dr. Ceratops in it,
I had
would
to
just
use
always
him.
look at that page.
I wouldn't. I didn't have an option not to use him.
Oh, yeah!
Cool.
Oh,
Fair
my
enough.
God.
My mind went
I've just
to
been assuming he was the
dinosaurs.
same build as Triceratops or whatever.
No. He is legit. Build-wise, he's essentially just a human with a triceratops head, but he's a bipedal triceratops with a British accent who smokes a pipe.
I love it.
And wears tweed. And has a jaunty little pork pie hat shoved on top of his giant triceratops head.
So good.
His head being almost the size of his torso.
So as we're walking, I'm like, what do you teach? You're not-
Oh, don't teach things much anymore. Mainly just explore and discover.
Okay.
Cool.
My recursion got visited by so many explorers looking for living fossils, I eventually just decided I'd follow them home and took in the local culture, what?
Oh, yeah.
Most worlds, they don't even realize that I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah, man. Present company included, right?
Had a couple recursors here, though. Very strange cat fellow for a while. He disappeared mysteriously. Then there was a couple British gents that were about, trying to solve some form of crime in the mall, and then, as far as I know, some other British gent came along and took them off with him.
Oh, shit.
Ruh-roh.
Two British guys. Did one of the British guys have, a lamp? And, like, a funny hat?
Yes, I do remember the hat. It was very odd looking. He insisted that it was a stupid hat and he didn't like to wear it, and the other one kept saying that he should for public appearance purposes.
Okay. So, the guy we're after is probably the guy who took them away, man.
Well, then there must be a way in and out of this recursion somehow.
You didn't happen to overhear any names, did you?
No. Didn't get a chance to talk to them much. One of the fellows just said that I was ridiculous and that he didn't believe in me and that this whole thing was lunacy and then wandered off.
Did they happen to look alike? I mean, a lot
Not
alike,
really.
Almost like they could be like. You said there were 3 triplets?
No.
Okay.
Out of
It's
curiosity,
case related.
time
so,
in
yeah.
here pretty normal, or are we dealing with all sorts of weirdness?
Mostly normal. But there are the oddities.
Fair enough.
I think this recursion is actually quite large by this point.
Yeah, man. Must be. Well, here, let's gear up.
Yes. So he leads you through the mall. Wow, this mall is really big. Is that a submarine? Why does the mall have a submarine and a pirate ship?
Hey, a brass whale!
Non-functioning.
Non-functioning submarine. It is a water park? What the hell?
Can I make a knowledge roll pop culture to identify West Edmonton Mall?
Sure, it is 100% West Edmonton
Yeah.
Mall.
You got
Did
It was a 3.
Yeah.
you succeed?
I
It's West
remember-
Edmonton Mall.
I remember this. It was in some shitty Winter Wonderland fucking film. It's West
Patrick
Edmonton Mall.
Swayze.
With Patrick
Tim
Swayze.
Curry.
Yeah, this is West Edmonton Mall. It's the largest mall in Canada. It was actually
And the
big enough-
North Pole is also in
Yeah, there's like the North Pole around here somewhere.
Couldn't speak to
It's
that,
It's
chaps.
occurring to me that the West Edmonton Mall has a gun shop, but it was probably already cleaned
Yeah,
out.
it's probably where they...
And a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Well, the gun shop was more relevant to our current situation,
Although
especially to me.
frankly,
But yeah.
Have you never found the bowling ball launcher in Far Harbor in Fallout 4, Shane?
Of course I have. What are you talking about?
There you go. Relevant to the apocalypse, the bowling alley.
Yep. So yeah, we go
Yeah,
whatever gear you get
they've
us.
essentially turned one of the larger store areas, let's just say the TNT,
Oh, okay.
into like a clothing and equipment bank.
Awesome. So all of our stuff smells like Asian produce.
And yeah, you're able to find random just assortments of clothing that will fit you better than lederhosen and old suits and stuff.
Nice.
They overpower the smell of rotting flesh with wasabi.
Yeah, well, wasabi and durian.
Oh, which is worse.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Oh,
And it looks like they've turned the amusement park And to our listeners who aren't in Canada, yes, this place actually exists. This is West Edmonton Mall. It's a real place. It does, in fact, have a water park, an amusement park, a gun range, a model pirate ship,
Submarines.
a couple of decommissioned, not real submarines that you can actually go into, an ice rink, all in one and a bowling alley, all in the same place.
Yep.
And a movie theater.
And a movie theater.
Without
And a
dragon
hotel.
that used to breathe fire.
Yeah.
I think they took the dragon all the way out.
They
Yeah, they did.
did.
Yeah. And it's also the place where no one from Edmonton ever actually goes.
Not much you can help it.
Lived here for a year, been there once.
Worked there for 2 years.
Never again.
Yeah, no, never again. Anyway.
Getting away from our local woes.
Weaponry? The
You,
sidearms and stuff? Standard
no, they're not going to hand out sidearms to anyone who isn't actually like their bullets are in short supply, but you're able to pick up some just like regular hand weapons and makeshift stuff.
So like paintball masks and like machetes and stuff.
Circular saw blades strapped to a baseball bat or a stick,
Yes.
because somebody has to always carry that in the apocalypse.
It's a requirement. Sport Check did real well. All the hockey pads are.
I pick
No,
up,
most of that equipment's been taken by like the guards
It's-
and
yeah,
stuff.
front round.
Yeah.
I pick up a bladed ladle.
A blade.
What the hell does that even look like? The bladle.
Somebody just sharpened the rim.
Yeah.
Scoop flesh out.
No, you may have to make a makeshift weapon out of a ladle and something else.
Fine.
Strap a blade onto a ladle.
All right, you Steam Workshop geniuses, get to work.
Man at arms, make us a bladle.
I want the Bladle by Friday.
This was the easiest thing we made in
Keeping
Man
in
at
mind-
Arms.
Keeping in mind these episodes air on Thursdays.
we have the bladle from the Strange campaign, which is literally just a sharpened piece of metal strapped to a ladle with duct tape, which is designed to cleave zombie skulls. The bladle, patent pending.
Hashtag bladle.
Hashtag bladle. Dear Monty Cook Games, if you're listening to this, we demand to know what the stats on a bladle are.
Hashtag Ladles out for Cage.
All right.
I swear I'm
Considering I literally posted earlier today Blades out for Shepard because I've got one of those freaking
Yeah.
blades
Oh
now.
man, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, super cool. Anyways, yeah, Fritz is gonna help himself to probably like a small little baseball bat. And is there any like first aid supplies that are dispensable?
Not dispensable. Yeah.
Thank God I have all my 19th century movie prop quality medicine.
Have you even opened the bag to see what's in there?
I've looked into it. There is one. I think there's like one little thing of like heroin, like the medicinal. This is good for a cough, heroin, and like that's it.
Well, no, you open it up. It's got all these little bottles of stuff and pills. You look through it, and you're checking through it, and you're like, wait a minute. You open up one of the pill bottles. Holy crap, this is actually like Tylenol with codeine that they just stuffed into a bottle for a prop. It's legitimately an actual medical kit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Where it's just they've grabbed random stuff from like the Studio Lots infirmary
Amazing.
and shoved it in there. And it's like, we need pills. Okay, open up a bottle of Tylenol. Dump it into the glass bottle.
That's great, man.
Oh my god, did they throw the bottle of ether in there?
No, that doesn't look like it.
Damn it!
No, but then yes, you do come across the weird period piece of
Yeah.
It's not medicinal quality heroin, it's morphine.
Oh, even better. Okay, great. And like a couple of like old ass needles.
Yeah, some old ass needles, some scalpels, and
Okay, good scalpel.
forceps
Scissors,
and
forceps.
stuff. Yeah.
Cool. I
Pretty
can
much
do
at the
that.
point now, whenever Cage opens his mouth, I'm just thinking, you know what? We're in a zombie apocalypse. I need to save my bullets.
Yeah, and
So tell us a bit more about how you can't get out of here. You just can't translate.
exactly. Tried the trance several times. What? Can't seem to break through the barrier.
Gotcha. Do you think it's a matter of like power, or a little bit of teamwork do the job, or?
I don't think so. There's something more complicated than that.
Yeah.
I suspect that there may be some aspect of this world which is creating a gravitational pull within the dark energy network.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? It's part of this whole thing is that you get trapped and you can't get out. Like that's like the central feature, right?
Yes. But Perhaps you could get a better view if we went up on the roof.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, lead the way, Doc.
Yep. So he leads you to one of the top floors. Then they've taken out one of the skylights. They've replaced it all with like wooden and metal siding and stuff. And there's a big ladder.
Yeah.
And you guys crawl up onto the roof.
Imagine there's like gardens up here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
And you look out, and it is teeming sea of the dead. Here's the thing, though. It's West Edmonton Mall, but it's not plopped into Edmonton, which is what Wes would get from his pop culture knowledge. In fact, that over there looks like a piece of Toronto, and that over there looks like a piece of Vancouver, and that over there looks like a piece of Chicago.
It's every movie backlot for a zombie movie.
But then you take a look through a pair of binoculars that they've got a bunch of like viewing stations and stuff. You swear to God, 50 miles out that way, there's a mesa and like some desert.
Whoa.
It's like this weird patchwork area.
Yeah. Is there signs of any other trapped survivors out there? Any like Dawn of the Dead, like giving?
Oh yeah, it's like fucking everywhere. There's
occasionally
or there's like pillars of smoke and. Hey, that over there looks kind of like Atlanta. That's a dumb place. We don't go there. We don't go to the section in Zed World that looks kind of like Georgia. That's where Walking Dead is.
Atlanta. It is a silly place.
Yeah. I mean, we did it for a few seasons, but then like it got weird.
Yeah, and then you see some of the soldiers around. They're in some of them are in SWAT gear. Some of them are. I'm using soldiers very generically here.
The warrior type.
Yeah, some of them are. A lot of them are in like generic survivor gear. Some of them are in U.S. military uniforms from various time periods. Canadian military uniforms. Some of them are in British military uniforms.
There's like the obligatory like badass schoolgirl.
Yeah. Who's carrying a katana around with her?
Exactly. Okay, cool. All right, man.
She's hanging out with the badass schoolgirl who has the chainsaw. And...
Nice. All right.
Is that Jessica Carey with a chainsaw?
And then if you look out at the sea of the zombies, I do want to note this. I keep calling him Professor Ceratops. Dr. Ceratops was not kidding about the different kinds of zombies around. It's hard to even tell which of them are more numerous. There are zombies who have gone completely albino. You got your eye zombie. You've got your standard rotting shamblers from Night of the Living Dead. Some of whom are actually black and white.
Wow.
You've got
some blue ones.
Yeah, which are the blue ones?
It's from the original, the original one from all. Oh god, I'm blanking right
Dawn
now.
of the Dead?
That's it.
Yep. You got some blue ones. You got some green ones. You got some green, slightly cartoony looking ones. You got some gray ones. You've got ones who are
Cartoony looking guy in a suit.
Nice. Yeah,
good old Stubbs.
Yeah. And then you got some weird zombies out there too. You've got zombies who look like they're half cyborg.
Okay.
Where it's like the top of their heads have been replaced by like glowing green like computer stuff. You've got zombies who look like they're vaguely mutated in places. It's all kinds of different zombies.
Gotcha. Well, shit, man.
That can't be good for anybody.
Well, I can tell you this much. If there's a way out of here, if it's not in the mall, we ain't getting to it.
Well, I mean, if this place adheres to the tropes, right? Like, we're going to want to take some people with us if we're doing it.
Well, I ain't being the guy who's being sacrificed but being left behind. Regardless of what somebody says, you're not shooting me in the leg again. Looking at you, McCree.
Cam, any thoughts, any ideas here?
There's no air traffic at all, is there?
Not that you're seeing.
Maybe in the distance, a helicopter
Yeah,
crashes.
exactly. It's like the helicopter crashes. You look back 5 minutes later, the same helicopter is literally in a state of perpetual crash.
Yeah, the black helicopter's crashing. Must be 10.
We just see a helicopter crash in the distance, and then like a few seconds later, we hear in the distance, "Fuck your house, Franco!"
I would like to, as Dr. Fritz is sort of like looking around and sort of taking everything in, I would like to have a premonition about a location pertinent to my topic. My topic being this recursion and how the fuck we get out.
Roll.
What am I adding? Nothing. Right?
Well, unless you want to spend effort at all. I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty is right off the bat, but it's moderate.
Fair enough. I'm going to spend 1.
Okay, well, you get one bit. You basically get one effort off of that.
Just for free.
Well, how much preservation cost you? 2?
2, and I got
So
an extra 3.
if you spend 2 intellect, you'll be able to spend 1 effort on there.
Okay, great. I shall.
Okay. Mark it down.
I got a 13.
Oh, good. You succeed. Yeah, you get one of your weirdo hazy visions of you're wandering through a build. It almost looks like a hospital,
Okay.
but it's not like a hospital. It's almost like a military hospital
Okay.
of some sort. And there are some zombies just kind of shambling around the hall. There's one of them that's behind a desk eating the remains of a nurse.
Yeah.
And you stumble into a room, and in the middle of the room is a zombie. It's frozen in the middle of the room, and it looks like it's jerking about, but bits of it are blurring and becoming other kinds of zombie. It's like it's a zombie, but
It's a zombie.
But then it's got like a black and white arm, and then suddenly its hair is completely white, and then it's got like a bit of cyborg on it, and it's just kind of constantly like jerking around in space.
Now, I am trained in all actions involving recognizing and understanding the strange.
Give me a roll.
And
You're
strange
specialized, I believe.
specialized. I rolled bullshit. I rolled an 8.
You would reckon certainly that whatever this facility is, it may be the core of where the original Zed World zombie outbreak started, where this recursion began.
And the room isn't. Is it full of stuff? Like, is
No, it's like there's a bed against one wall.
yeah.
Like there's a couple of rows of beds. It's the only thing in the room.
Okay.
And as you you sort of turn in the vision, and
Yeah.
you can see one of the charts, and it's the only thing you just see CDC written on it. And then you pull out of the vision.
Whoa, man, head rush. Whoa, guys, I got some good news and some bad news and like some worse news. Good news.
That's pretty par for us at this point, so lay it on us.
Good news is I think I know where we should go. Bad news is that it's over in the Georgia-esque area. And then, like, the worst news is I think it's in a hospital, man. Now, it might be just because I'm sobering up, but I'm pretty sure that I saw, like, the mama zombie. It was, like, shape-shifting and stuff to all these different forms. It kind of reminds me of Frankenstein a bit. Like, it's almost like it's like a zombie caught in, like, in an apposite gate. And then it's, like, zombiness, like, reaches out into the strange and pulls in like to like, you know?
Well, it's like
Versus-
bits of it. It's like bits of it we're translating.
Yeah, it's
So
translating
it's not in
here.
an opposite gate. It's maybe like it's caught in a translation gate.
Yeah,
or
it might be some sort of translation loop or something. Either way, it looked like Mama Zombie to me. It's in the CDC.
So
Oh, okay.
it looked like it was changing between all the different kinds of zombies we're seeing out there.
Yeah, and then some, but like it couldn't like move or anything. It kind of just like twitched in place a bunch.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna get used to living here then. Cool. I've always wanted to live in a mall. Maybe I can find a DJ here.
Dude, I got some
Do you
bad-
still have the accordion with you?
Yes,
Also, West Edmonton Mall does have a radio station.
that's two.
Yeah.
This is Radio Free Apocalypse coming to you from the mall. The only bastion of civilization left out here in the wasteland. This is your DJ 3 Dog! Woo!
This is Three Dog. Bow wow. Listen to Galaxy News Radio.
Yo.
Free Raceland. We're here for you.
You. Giving you the truth no matter how bad it hurts.
So, hey, Dr. Sarah.
Yeah, you know what? You do you. We're gonna get the hell out of here.
Yeah, man, I got bad
Yeah,
news. They don't got
I'm-
much for water purification, and you can take one guess what they're fertilizing all these potatoes with.
All right.
Soybeans.
Oh, there's soybeans. Nice.
No.
And mame from the food court. Makes sense.
Even better.
Covers covers a relatively small area per plant, relatively energy efficient.
Yeah, doesn't soy take a lot of water, though?
We don't ask questions.
I guess. Either way, they're pooping on the food.
Yeah.
Hey, it's better than the mushrooms growing down in the bowling alley.
That's true. Hey, Dr.
Yes,
Ceratops.
let's discuss agriculture during a multiversal zombie apocalypse.
But I mean, like, he's got a point if we have to live here. Anyways, man, Dr. Ceratops, anybody ever go to the Georgia area? Like CDC?
Well, we always have people from various places showing up here, claiming to be from one point or another.
Have we had anybody from over there recently?
Not that I can recall, but there's probably somebody.
Let's go ask around, eh? Although, do we want to talk to that colonel guy, or we just think he's just going to beat us up and put us in jail?
Are you kidding me? Have you seen zombie apocalypse films? You talk to the leader, they always beat you up and put you in jail.
That's why I put it forth. Also, we have a less than stellar track record with authority figures, right?
I blame McCree for that.
Why do you blame me for that?
Because you shot me in the leg.
I think you guys...
I'm not even going to argue what that has to do with anything. Let's just...
That's, but yeah, do you think we want to talk to the boss man and see if we can get some supplies?
You're just going to
Yeah, me as well.
ride that forever. Whatever.
Well, it's his leg, man. He's going to have to.
Anyways, yeah, let's
I could have shot him somewhere else that he'd be really upset about, so
All right, let's...
maybe just count your blessings. Didn't they tell you that's like step 2 or something?
Well, I don't know step program. That's for addicts. I'm not an addict.
All right.
You're not a basement either, anyway.
So where are sort of, like, do they keep new people in any sort of quarantine for a while, or just like, you're not bitten?
They take, yeah.
We're on the normal path. Cool. So yeah, I guess we should ask around.
Okay. So are you going to see the colonel, or are you guys deciding to
I
avoid
think we
the...
can, let's see if we can go somewhere without him.
I have a feeling like
He's going to
asking-
have the vehicle that
Yeah.
we're going to need. He's going to have the armored Zamboni to get to the CDC.
The armored Zamboni!
Well, of course, because it's big.
I would-
It carries a lot of extra stuff because it's got internal water tanks. They're hard to stop. You can get up on top of them and build a little gun platform.
I was just going to say, if we're like walking around asking questions, the colonel's going to want to talk to us eventually.
That's true.
I'm going to try and use the clever use of knowledge pop culture. I'm looking for somebody who looks like they belong in The Walking Dead.
Sure, why not?
Using knowledge pop culture. 10. Probably not.
Okay. What does someone who looks like they're from The Walking Dead look like, Wes?
I was kind of hoping that I'd run across Carol or somebody like that, but it was a shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark.
Yeah.
There are no copywritten characters here, except you're pretty sure that chick is mostly Lollipop Chainsaw,
Yeah.
but even still, like, she has a different hair color.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the main character from Lollipop Chainsaw is called. Juliet.
Yeah.
Jessica Nigiri.
Yeah, why
I always
not?
want to know if her tits are fake. Give me a second, guys. No!
You monster. Anywho.
All right, I'm actually going to end this episode here as you wander off to look for people
Yeah.
in this besieged shopping mall at the end of the world, possibly the end of all worlds. So come back next week for more strange things happening in the strange. I'm Derek the Bard from Chase the Muse. I've been your GM for this evening. I'm joined with...
Will Mitchell.
West Canada 404s.
Shane Fitzgerald.
Cameron Dunn.
We got the band back together, guys! Woo!
We're on a mission from Gad.
Wild Stallions!
The Terrible Warriors has new episodes every Tuesday and every Thursday, and The Strange will return for episode 10 next week, and every week for the next 4 weeks. Oh, I know Derek had a lot planned for this, and I'm really excited to reveal to you the story that they told. And on Tuesday, we're alternating between 2 campaigns, and if you return to us this coming Tuesday, we arrive in the city of Calypso, the Sunrise City. And in the center of this city is a murder. Stephen Prince, famed author, is dead, and 4 investigators are on the case to solve the crime. Who killed Stephen Prince? How did he die? And why? They'll have to answer all of those questions before the city falls into complete chaos and the investigation can no longer continue. Norlandia. The story of Norlandia kicks off on Tuesday. Also on Tuesdays this month, you may have thought we just wrapped it up last week, but we're still playing Masks. This time it's the gritty reboot with 4 new players playing the exact same game, but not in the exact same place. Return to Halcyon City, but not your Halcyon City. This place is very similar, but a little different. The multiverse gets a little stranger. No, wait, that's another campaign. The multiverse gets a little more complex. 4 new players will put on 4 new masks, and we'll reveal to you how different this new game will be. And if you'd like to stay on top of the games that we are recording and when they are coming out, of course you can visit terriblewarriors.com. We keep a schedules page there for you to be able to see the future, as well as an adventures page for you to enjoy the past, as all of our campaigns that we have ever released are available, broken down into playlists for you, forever, for free. Oh, and something new, we've got a submissions tab. If you check out terriblewarriors.com and click on the submissions button, you will see art and animations that fans have sent us because they're awesome and we love you. So we've got a page dedicated just to you. Speaking of pages dedicated to you, there's always our Patreon page at patreon.com/terriblewarriors. That NPC thing that we've been doing, we've changed it up. It's now a lottery. As many of you can sign up for it, and you can put your hat in the ring, and maybe your name will be chosen in the next campaign. We'll send you a postcard in the mail to commemorate your victory. Yes, your victory will be down to random chance, unless you upgrade to the next tier, in which case I will definitely send you a postcard every month. Follow us on Twitter at Dice Warriors, and today's Terrible Warriors have been Derek Burrow, Wes Gunn, Will Mitchell, Cam Dunn, and Shane Fitzgerald. They were your strangers. They were your terrible warriors, and we will meet again, oh yes. And together, with your help, with your likes and your reviews, and continuing to share, we will continue to be your terrible warriors.